everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome to Vampire Bloodlines. We are not with any particular family in this video, but we're going to be going through the family trees of each of the three royal houses, the Nicolais, Shades, and Lances. Now, some of them might be a little bit longer than others, but I just thought let's jump into the game and I will go through the different members of the family tree and kind of try and figure out, along with you guys, how people are related, who's having children with who, and I don't think I'll branch off too much. I will largely stick to just the people who are immediately related to the leaders of each family. Or even go through the family bloodlines, we'll have to see. But okay, so I'll follow the original leaders. If they had children, then what all their children are doing, or if they've had any children, and their partners, those type of things. So we have our current king, Vlad Nicolai, who is married to Damaris Nicolai. Now, she was not his first wife. The very first person that I think he was married to was Lily Beau Nicolai, who was the mother of Aileen. So he had one daughter with her, and Aileen is currently dating Michael Peace, who, yeah, I think that's how you say his name, not entirely sure, but they met in high school, if I'm not too wrong. NRAS arranged that, but then again, NRAS seems to be arranging most of these love stories that we have going on, but that is Lily Beau over there. Oh! Was Lily Beau evil as well? Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. I think Vlad's just attracted to evil ladies because his current wife, Damaris, is a criminal by profession, and she is also evil, but she recently had a baby boy by the name of Ken Nicolai, so we finally have our heir to the Nicolai family. Now, I don't think there's anything else that's too dramatic. If we click on Damaris, we do have other children that she's had. So before she married Vlad, she actually had a son by the name of Marcello and a daughter by the name of Megan with Patrick Crew. So this guy has fathered a lot of kids. But there we go. She went ahead and had these two, and then she met Vlad, and then her children moved in with her parents. So they're currently living with their grandparents. Yeah. And her parents are Vladimir Schlick and Elvira Schlick. So there we go. She has vampiric origins, a full vampire. Lily Beau, on the other hand, her mother was a mermaid, so she is half vampire, half mermaid. And I think that is about it for the Nicolai family tree. Now we are with the Shade family, the second among the three royal families we have. Currently, it is led by Garret Shade, the eldest of Garret Shade, who was one of the three originals who began the whole coven and royal life of these vampires. He married Erica pretty early on. And they had 3 kids together. So with Erica, he had Gavin, his oldest, Brandy, and then Eldwin. Now, these two have moved off into their own lives and homes, but things kind of went a little bit crazy after he died. So his son took on the mantle of leadership, and he got involved with a fairy by the name of June, and had a baby boy by the name of Winston. So Gavin already has his heir. Winston's mother was June Shade, of course. Apart from that, he went ahead. So at the time, I think June was cheating on him with some other guys. And so he found out at some stage. I think he had an argument with his siblings about the true nature of his ex-wife. And so they kind of got off on the wrong foot. And his siblings, Eldwin and Brandy, have a terrible relationship with him. They both found their own partners and moved out. Oh, actually, no. I think he moved out with June. And then they eventually all left the family home that they had, the family property, which was a really good one. And they all split up, went their own ways. Their mother remarried, and she is currently involved with Wogan Hemlock. Now, before she met Garret, she already had a daughter by the name of Jessica Morrow, who has gone ahead and had 4 kids. So she does have quite a few grandchildren, 5 in total. She's currently, with Wogan, and oh my goodness, everyone's family trees are pretty crazy, so I'm not going to delve too deep. But there we go. She's currently married to Wogan Hemlock. if we go back to Gavin, so after he broke up with June, I think once his siblings kind of split up and they all left, he came to know the true nature of his ex-wife, and so he separated from her, and he took custody of Winston. Now, June is off doing other stuff. Oh, she currently does not have a partner, which is fine with me. But then Gavin met Kalila and married her quite recently, and they have moved into the huge property that they're currently living in. And yeah, we kind of had a look at this place, I think, in the final episode of season 2. So that's what he's got going on. His son, obviously, his son is autistic and neurotic, but yeah, he's a little toddler. He doesn't have much going on in his life currently, but he is the heir to his father's title. Now, Brandy over here, she is actually involved, currently dating Duncan Lance, who is the leader of the third and final royal family, and we will be jumping to them next, and then we'll probably review this relationship again, but she is currently dating him, which again is interesting. And then Gavin's youngest brother, Eldwin, is currently engaged with Shikar Clavier, who is a fairy, so they might have some interesting blood going on. But in terms of these guys, everyone in the shade line so far are pretty much full vampires, because Gavin is a vampire and Erica's a full vampire, but Gavin's ex-wife June was a fairy, so his son Winston is a hybrid. He is a vampire-fairy hybrid. Now we have the Lance family, which is the final family out of all 3 that are currently ruling the vampire kingdom. But this is led by Duncan Lance, our leader, who is fully vampiric, of course. He is currently dating Brandy Shade. Like I said previously, she is the younger sister of the current Shade leader. And we don't know much about her, at least he doesn't seem to. But oh well, he's in love with her, it doesn't matter too much. Now, he was previously married to Bree Lance. Now, Bree was a witch, and I think she may have passed on since then, but he had 2 children with her. He had Alicia Shade, and then he had Frank Lance. So Frank is his heir. He's younger than Alicia, but we have that going on. Now, it seems as though his wife has died, and Alicia has obviously moved out to live with her fiancé. Are they engaged or married? Her partner, I'm not entirely sure, but she's gone off to live with him, and so currently Duncan is only living with his son Frank. Now, Alicia is married to Alicia is married to Jebediah Shade, who is the son of June. Yep. He is, I think, the oldest son of June. So June had him with Jeffrey Cook, and this was all before, obviously, Winston and stuff. But yeah, she has quite a lot of kids. She's a fairy, so she's been around. But her son Jebediah is now married to Alicia, and Alicia has the last name Shade because at the time that Gavin married June, Jebediah was quite young, and so was Heather, I think. They were all quite young, and so they took on Gavin's name, even though they're not Shades by blood at all. Now, this little boy, Glenn, he was not born at the time that they married. His mother was pregnant with him, but I think he's gone off to live with his father. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Yeah, he's gone off to live with his father, which is why he took on his father's name. But then she had Winston Shade. Yeah, there we go. So he's married to Alicia, I guess, which is cool, but Alicia now bears the name Shade, even though she's not actually a Shade. But this was their mother, Bree Lance. She has since passed on. Now, Frank is involved with a vampire by the name of Lillian Hemlock. Now, just out of curiosity... Oh! Okay, so looks like Lillian is the granddaughter of Wogan Hemlock, who is currently married to Erica. Interesting. Yeah, Erica Hemlock. Wow, so that's pretty much, I didn't even know they were related in this many ways, but it looks like the families are pretty tightly knit together. But okay, where's Lillian? There we go. She's currently dating Frank. So that's cool. Now, like I did say, Alicia and Frank are hybrids. They are witch and vampire hybrids, which fall a little bit lower in the vampire classes than the, witch and fairy hybrid. So Winston would actually be a little bit higher in terms of class than they would be. And I think Alicia would be a little bit lower than them in class because she is a vampire mermaid hybrid. Yeah, and if you're a pure vampire, you're obviously at the top of the food chain. But that's pretty much all the family trees of the vampires and the royal families. I hope you guys were okay with that. That didn't confuse you too much and you got to know a little bit more about how things are going on. I think it clarified things for me just a little bit, even though everything is still very confusing and sprawling. But I am excited to see how it becomes even more twisted in the next season. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.